I want to thank Mrs. Wilkie for always making class positive and fun. Shannon Kay would like to honor James Best. I want to thank Mr. Best for making this class special, fun, and enjoyable. I enjoy his humor and unique teaching style. He keeps me engaged with the class. Peach Trudell would like to honor Frank Richard. I enjoy Mr. Richard's class because he cares about getting to know the students and makes me feel appreciated. Gabby Prince would like to honor Angela Hood. I want to thank Mrs. Hood for always going the extra mile for her students. I'm so lucky to have her as a teacher. Piper Cannon would like to honor Ryan Hansen. I want to thank Mr. Hansen for always putting in so much effort into class and making every day fun. And finally, Ava Draper would like to honor Joseph O'Connell. I want to thank Mr. O'Connell for making learning steps fun and for answering all my questions. I really enjoyed it when he let us watch the World Cup in class. Ladies and gentlemen, please give a round of applause to all these wonderful teachers.
Good evening and welcome from Veterans Memorial Ice Arena. Pioneer Women's Ice Hockey is live and on the air. Well, we just had Teacher Appreciation Night. Unfortunately, I didn't understand it was happening, and it was happening right beneath us where we couldn't get the camera to it. Hopefully we'll do a little more in the future. Meanwhile, last night, the girls played the Grosse Pointe Devils, Grosse Pointe South. First two periods, 0-0. In the third period, 12:38. Sophia Reynolds scored the first goal for Grosse Pointe. At that point, 0-1. Then Pioneer answered back. Drebeck from Flynn at 12:08. But then at 8:45, Grosse Pointe scored another goal, so it's now 1-2. With 12:27 left, Grosse Pointe got a penalty, body check from O'Donohue, but with many opportunities, we were not able to score. Final score, Pioneer 1, Grosse Pointe Devils 2. The ladies are out on the ice. We will be back. A few commentary from the MSHAA. We will return.
Here are 5 more good reasons for multi-sport participation. Multi-sport athletes are more coachable. They have higher athletic ceilings. They become better talent in the long run. They have higher sports IQs. Their sport skills transfer, and they are better teammates. Multi-sport participation is cross-training for life. Learn more at the MHSAA website. A message from the Michigan High School Athletic Association, promoting the value and values of educational athletics. Here are 5 good reasons for high school multi-sport participation. Fewer overuse injuries, less opportunity for emotional burnout, exposure to different kids and coaches, exposure to different roles, and learning to compete better. Being a multi-sport participant can help a kid become a more well-rounded person. Multi-sport participation is cross-training for life. Learn more at the MHSAA website. A message from the Michigan High School Athletic Association promoting the value and values of educational athletics.
The love of the game draws us to sports, as players, coaches, spectators, and officials. For officials, it's a way to stay in the game they once played, to feel the thrill of putting on the uniform, stepping out of the playing surface, hustling to make the call, and building the relationships which can only be built in sports. If you still have that love for the game, we always need new officials. Register now at MHSAA.com. A message from the Michigan High School Athletic Association, promoting the value and values of educational athletics.
And good evening again, and welcome to Veterans Memorial Ice Arena for tonight's game between the Northville Mustangs and your Pioneers. Where teams are cleaning up, getting ready for starting lineups. Coming off a loss last night, very hard fought, lost in the last 5 minutes of the game, but well played by both teams. 2-1. So Pioneer now at 7-4-1. Tonight we're facing the Mustangs of Northville at 0-8-0. Could be an interesting game. We had Teacher Appreciation Night, and here we go.
Welcome again to Veterans Memorial High School. Tonight's starting lineup, first for the Northville Mustangs. At forward, number 17, Ava Neighborhouse.
Number 17 at forward, Eva Neighborhouse.
25, Kylie Sims.
Number 25 at forward, Kaylee Sims. Number 29, Ada Kermer. Number 27, Stephanie Pyle.
Goal tonight, number 7, Elise Maverick.
Number 77, Emily Gallen. And in goal, Elsie Marvanak. And now the Ann Arbor Pioneers. Starting number 11, Gabby Prince. Number 22, Corey Flynn. Number 16, Piper Campbell. Number 2, Zoe Andronopoulos. Number 7, Peach Trappell. And in goal, number 31, Wee Wee Portinga. And the rest of the Pioneers. Please rise all for the national anthem. And now both teams gathering around their benches for last-minute instructions. 15 minutes up on the board. And we have puck drop. Grabbed by Zoe Andronopoulos back behind the Northville and around the boards. And here comes the Mustangs into the zone. Gathered up by Zoe Andronopoulos. Fed forward to Flynn. Again, grabbed, and Zoe Andronopoulos again along the near boards, bringing it up, knocked back, and into the neutral zone. Being chased by Piper Campbell. Takes a shot, and she scores. So at 14-15. At 14-15, Piper Campbell. Now out to take the face-off, it's Olivia Andronopoulos. Back to Mustangs. Mustangs gain the zone. Being watched by Ava Drabeck. Knocked away. Another shot, and they score. Scored by number 16, Avery Peters. 13:57. Okay, I did not get that. Olivia Ambronopoulos drags it over to Drabeck. Drabeck takes a shot, and she scores. 13:41. Number 14.
Northville goal scored by number 16, Avery Peters, assist number 12, Addison Boyce. Peters to Boyce.
And again, back into the Northville zone. Being chased in the corner by Prince. Back out to Drabeck. Drabeck to Flynn. Flynn chasing it down. Prince behind her. Around the boards. Held back in by Holtzman. And again, held back in, squirts out and into the Pioneer zone. There's a whistle, and I think we have, yes, we have icing. Face off by Olivia Andronopoulos. Knocks it back. Grabbed by Zoe Andronopoulos. Portinga and squirts back in the neutral zone. Shot back deep into the zone by Zoe Andronopoulos. In the corner. Grabbed by Olivia. And Brainerd has it, and a shot just wide. Back into the far corner. Zoe Andronopoulos fires it into the corner, being chased. Now grabbed, held in by McKay. Grabbed by Olivia Andronopoulos, brings it around, centering pass, and stopped by their goalie. Held in by McKay again, and squirts back out into the neutral zone. McKay feeds it back to Zoe Andronopoulos, forward to Olivia. And again, and over to Zoe. Zoe down the far boards, gains the zone. Into the corner, and around. Tries a centering pass. Now being chased by Portinga, who shoots it back along the back of the boards. Grabbed by Northville. Chased by Brainerd. And down into the Ann Arbor zone. Picked up by McKay behind the goal. Here comes McKay. Forward. Feeds it forward. Off the boards and into the Mustang zone. Grabbed by Campbell. Campbell around the far boards. Out. Just missed. Picked up by Trappell. Trappell goes after it. Around behind the Ann Arbor goal. Coming forward. Got knocked away. Grabbed and a shot by Northville. And a save. Glove save by Portinga. So we will have a face-off to Portinga's right in the Ann Arbor zone. And 10:49 left in the first. Ann Arbor 2, Northville 1. Face off by Olivia Andronopoulos. Grabs the face off. Flynn chasing it down, gains the zone. Flynn in a race and a shot. Just knocked away by the Northville goalie. Grabbed by Flynn. Flynn tries to wrap around, knocked away. Along the near boards. Trappell shoots it back. Picked up by Drabeck. Drabeck with a shot, goes high over the goal. Grabbed by Prince. Back to Trappell. Again, Drabeck. Drabeck has it, spins around, coming back around. Shoots gap and loses it to Northville. Northville shoots at the length of the ice, and that should be icing. So at 9:55 left, it's Pioneer 2, the Northville Mustangs 1. Face-off in the Mustang zone in the near face-off circle. Out to take the face-off is Campbell. Knocks it back. Zoe Andronopoulos has it. Down along the boards. Around. Tries and loses it. Back to Northville, but held in by Campbell. Campbell feeds it forward. Dribbles out in the neutral zone. Picked up by Zoe Andronopoulos. Down the far boards. Around the back. Working on a centering pass. She's out in front, and a shot knocked away by the defense. Held back in. And a shot and a score. And I believe that was number 4, Evie Portinga. So at 9:12. Okay, out to take the face-off, we have Campbell. And back, fed forward, picked up by Brainerd, and offsides. 9:05 left in the first. Pioneer 3. The Mustangs 1. Face-off by Olivia Andronopoulos. Knocks it. There's a fight for it. Scramble. Back. Olivia gets it. Brings it down into the Northville zone, and a shot high over the goal. Into the far corner, or near corner. Coming down with it is the Mustangs. Back behind the goal. Picked up by Olivia Andronopoulos. Feeds it forward. Shot back in. Again, Olivia picks it up. Coming down one-on-one. And a give and go to 11. Prince. Just knocked away. Drabeck has it. Shot knocked off with a skate. Gets it back. Centering pass just goes through the goal. Picked up by Prince. Forward to Flynn. And a shot. So Flynn and buried by Prince at 8:02. Okay, out to take the face-off is Campbell. Back. and back into the Pioneer zone, grabbed by Campbell. Back out in the neutral zone. Campbell chases it, squirts back in. Shot back by McKay. Campbell grabs it. Over to Brainerd. And back into the Ann Arbor zone, being chased by Campbell. Knocked away. Behind the goal. Now in front. Loose puck around the boards. Behind the Ann Arbor goal. Picked up by Brainerd. In the far corner, and a shot just wide. McKay grabs it in the far boards, feeds it forward to Portinga. Portinga is in a chase just behind the Northville player. Here they come. Northville on the attack. Gains the zone. And a shot and a score. So Northville at 6:34. So it's now Pioneer 4, Northville 2. Zoe Andronopoulos to take the face-off. And a scrum in front of the goal, the Northville goal. And it gets loose. Drabeck to Zoe Andronopoulos, who shoots. Knocked off a couple of players. Picked up by Drabeck. She's behind the goal. Feeds it out to Zoe Andronopoulos. Back to Drabeck behind the goal. Out to Altsman. Drabeck has it into the corner. Held in by Altsman, but gets past, squirts by, picked up by Olivia Andronopoulos. Gains the zone over the blue line. Centering pass, shot, and glove saved by the Northville goalie. At 5:43, Pioneer 4, Northville 2. Out to take the face-off. Piper Campbell knocks it back. Picked up by McKay. Back to Campbell. Grabbed by Northville. Down, being chased by Campbell. Campbell grabs it in the far corner. Around behind the goal. Here comes Piper Campbell. Over to Trappell. Trappell and Brainerd. Back into the neutral zone. Picked up by Trappell. Back to Portinga. Portinga loses it. Now grabbed by Piper Campbell and squirts back into the neutral zone. Back into the Ann Arbor zone. Grabbed by Trappell. Forward, grabbed by Campbell. Campbell gains the zone. Around behind the Northville goal. Tries to center it out. And a shot. Just knocked, stick saved by the Northville goalie. Off the boards. Grabbed by Olivia Andronopoulos. Into the neutral zone. Loses it, but shoots back. Grabbed by Prince. Prince off the boards and shoots, knocked away, and then another shot by Prince just high to the left. Off the boards, Flynn out to McKay. McKay shoots, grabbed by Northville. Northville shoots it down and knocked away by Portinga in the goal. Picked up by Zoe Andronopoulos. Picked up by Flynn now at center ice and into the Northville end. Being chased in the far corner by Olivia Andronopoulos grabs it. Shot, knocked off a bunch of skates, didn't get in. Picked up by Northville. Northville into the neutral zone, into the Ann Arbor zone, but knocked away. And now picked up by Drabeck. Drabeck, and now again Northville with a centering pass, but got knocked away. Prince out to Olivia Andronopoulos. Flynn on a chase, down, knocked away by the goalie. Olivia Andronopoulos in the far corner with a centering pass, knocked away again. And around the boards, on the near boards, and down in the Ann Arbor zone, and that should, no, icing waved off. Picked up by Andronopoulos. That's Zoe. Now back to Drabeck. Drabeck goes behind the Ann Arbor goal, coming out. Down the near boards, out to center. Loses it, gets it taken away. Grabbed by Northville. Northville gains the neutral zone and into the pucks into the far boards in the far corner. Grabbed by Drabeck. Shot around the boards. Drabeck grabs it again. Up the center. Here comes Drabeck. Drabeck gains the zone. Drop pass. Grabbed now by Campbell. Campbell. Back to Brainerd. Brainerd in and into the far corner. Squirts back out. Ann Arbor has to touch up. Now it's one on one, but taken away by Campbell and a whistle. So Piper Campbell, 2 minutes, I believe, for high sticking. That will be at 1:38. So at 1:38, Pioneer on the penalty kill. Pioneer 4, Mustangs 2. Olivia Andronopoulos to take the face-off in the Pioneer end. A shot high over Pertinga, off the boards. And back the length of the ice to clear it. 1:25 left in the period. Around back to Northville, off the far boards, grabbed by Zoe Andronopoulos and shot down deep into the Northville zone. Northville picks it up, being hassled by Olivia Andronopoulos. Northville coming down, gains the zone. Shot knocked away by Zoe Andronopoulos, back to Olivia. Forward to Brainerd. Now picked up by Zoe Andronopoulos and shot into the neutral zone. Back into the Ann Arbor zone. Fight for it along the boards. Now picked up by Olivia Andronopoulos. 37 seconds left. 55 seconds left in the penalty kill. Through the crease, but no score. Now shot the length of the ice. 19 seconds left in the first. Around the back of the goal, being chased. Flynn jumped over Flynn, grabbed by Olivia Andronopoulos. Flynn has it. Back stopped by Trappell, and that is the buzzer. So at the end of the first, Pioneer 4, the Mustangs 2. Okay, so the scoring opened up at 14-15. Scored by number 16, Piper Campbell. Then a Northville goal at 13:57, scored by Avery Peters. At 13:41, Ava Drabeck, unassisted. Pioneer now has 2 to Northville's 1. At 9:12, scored by Evie Portinga. 8:02. Gabby Prince from Flynn. Northville goal at 6:34, and a penalty, 2 minutes against Ann Arbor, 22 seconds left. So we are 15 minutes up on the board, headed for the second period. Pioneer 4, Northville Mustangs 2. A couple of words from the MSHAA.
Can you go anywhere and find an endeavor in society where we've come to accept and tolerate an adult, and even kids, treating another adult the way we allow spectators, coaches, and players to treat a high school game official? Can you? No one has the right to abuse game officials. So before you blurt something out about that next close call, consider this. Without the officials, nobody wins. A message from the Michigan High School Athletic Association, promoting the value and values of educational athletics.
Both teams back out on the ice. Pioneer going from left to right. Out is Olivia Andronopoulos to take the face-off. Both goalies are ready. And we drop the puck back to Northville. Off the boards. Back to Drabeck, who shoots at the length of the ice. 6 seconds left in the penalty. To Campbell. And Pioneer is now at full strength. Puck back out to Portinga. Picked up by Campbell. Campbell brings it in the zone. And a shot, and she scores. So at 14:23, Piper Campbell. So now Ann Arbor 5, Northville Mustangs 2. Out to take the face-off, Piper Campbell. Drop the puck, back to Northville. Back into their zone. Back and around. Back, picked up by Trappell. Fed forward. Flynn has it, gains the zone. Across to Prince. Now Campbell squirts back in the neutral zone, picked up by Drabeck. Drabeck brings it down. Across and into the Northville zone. Stick handles down the slot, shot just wide of the Northville goal. Back out, puck in the far corner, picked up by Northville. Around the boards. Campbell knocks it back off the boards. Now Drabeck in a fight for it. And then again, Campbell to Drabeck. Drabeck shot, knocked away by the goalie. Pad save. And again, Drabeck down the slot and a shot across the boards in the back and around the far corner. Picked up by Piper Campbell. Back to Drabeck and a shot just wide to the left. Back, held in. And back in the far corner. Knocked away by Prince. And then back down into being chased by Drabeck. Drabeck picks it up in the Ann Arbor end. Brings it around. Across in the neutral zone. Here comes Drabeck into the Northville zone. Along the four boards. Being harassed by a Northville player. knocked away, back behind the goal. Here comes Northville. Back in the neutral zone, being chased by Campbell, Drabeck, and Trappell. And back out, held back in by Northville. And now shot down, picked up by Prince. But gathered up by Northville. Prince chasing them back into the neutral zone and into the Ann Arbor end. Drabeck and a shot knocked away by Portinga. Leviandronopoulos shoots, pad saved by the goalie. Into the far corner, grabbed by Northville. Into the neutral zone. Grabbed there by McKay. McKay feeds it forward. Back out and back into the Ann Arbor end with Zoe Andronopoulos chasing it down behind the Ann Arbor goal. Forward. And then shot back, grabbed by McKay, who feeds it forward off the boards. Down into the Northville zone with Portinga, grabbed it, lost an edge, covered up by the Northville goalie. With 10:54 left, Pioneer 5, Northville 2. Out to take the face-off, Olivia Andronopoulos. And back to McKay. McKay with a centering pass. Olivia Andronopoulos, now Portinga behind the goal. Chased down by Brainerd. And Portinga shot it, covered up by the goalie for Northville. That's Marvinack. Face off to the left. Campbell to take the face off. Grabbed by Northville, out in the neutral zone. Being watched by Zoe Andronopoulos, who steals it. Feeds it forward, but held in by Northville. A shot and a stick saved by Portinga. McKay behind the Ann Arbor goal, bringing it forward, off the boards. Flynn grabs it, feeds it forward. Here comes Flynn, gains the zone. One shot and knocked away by Northville. Grabbed by Prince. Centering pass across, being chased down by Campbell. Grabbed by Northville behind their goal. Around the boards, the near boards. McKay grabs it, tries to feed it across. Knocked away. Over to Zoe Andronopoulos, who fires a shot, knocked away by the goalie. And the length of the ice, and we have icing. So 9:24 left in the second. Ann Arbor Pioneer 5, Northville Mustangs 2. In to take the face off, Olivia Andronopoulos. Knocks it back, picked up by Portinga. Being chased down by Altsman. Now Olivia Andronopoulos out to Portinga. A shot knocked away, stick saved by the goalie. And back to Olivia Andronopoulos, who shoots and knocks away again. Another centering pass. Back out into the neutral zone. Trappell. Back to Olivia Andronopoulos. Up the slot, a shot, and it's score. 8:43. So a Pioneer goal at 8:43. Pioneer 6, the Mustangs 2. Out to take the face-off, Piper Campbell. Campbell feeds it forward to Flynn. Flynn in the far corner, and a shot by Campbell. So Campbell from Flynn at 8:35. Ann Arbor 7, Northville 2. Out to take the face-off is Campbell. Campbell grabs the back to Northville. Feeds it forward. Northville gains the Pioneer zone. Picked up by Flynn. Brought back into the neutral zone. Being chased down. Prince. Back into the Ann Arbor zone. Forward by Drabeck. Now picked up by Prince. Prince gains the zone. Centering pass over to Campbell. And behind the goal. Over picked up by Flynn. Back to Zoe Andronopoulos. Centering pass and a shot knocked away. Off the boards. Drabeck brings it back. Now they have to touch up. And the puck comes down in the Ann Arbor zone, picked up by Zoe Andronopoulos. Spins around, bringing it up the far boards. Being hassled by several. And forward to Flynn in the neutral zone. Flynn gains the zone to the right. From the right side. And a shot and covered up by the Northville goalie. So at 7:19, it's Pioneer 7, Northville 2. The last goal scored by Campbell from Flynn. Now out to take the face-off is Brainerd. Around the boards. Picked up back to Northville. Behind their own goal. Trying to bring it out. And out in the neutral zone. Picked up by Brainerd. Lost to Northville. Grabbed. Squirts back in. Brainerd. Fed forward back in the neutral zone. Northville has it. Brings it back in the Pioneer zone. Chased down by Trappell. Back behind the Ann Arbor goal. Brainerd loses an edge. They both lose an edge. Brought back. Held in by Northville. Still in the Pioneer zone. A shot off the boards. Way to the left of the goal. Fed forward by Portinga. Portinga and pulled away. And we have a hooking call. At 6:09. Into the box, Stephanie Pyle for Northville. Pioneer on the power play. Back to Zoe Andronopoulos. And a shot just over the goal by Campbell into the far corner. Pioneer on the power play. Minute 41 left. Back to Drabeck at the top of the key. And a shot. And a goal at 5:42. So Drabeck at 5:42 power play. It is now Pioneer 8, Northville 2. Out to take the face-off Campbell forward, knocks it forward, picked up by Flynn. Back to Campbell. Squirts back in the neutral zone by McKay. McKay grabs it forward. And here comes Northville into the Ann Arbor zone. Loses it. And a shot way wide in the back corner. And now McKay picks it up in the far corner behind the goal, around to Flynn and the near boards. Shoots it. Campbell grabs it. Gains the zone. Into the far corner. Ann Arbor on the power play. Now Northville at full strength. McKay back to Draybeck. Draybeck around behind the goal. Draybeck in the slot. Back to Campbell. Back to Draybeck. Draybeck being harassed in the near. Out and a shot. So Draybeck to Flynn. So at 4:20. It is now Pioneer 9, Northville 2. 4:20 left in the second. Out to take the face-off, Olivia Andronopoulos. Knocked down by Brainerd. Brainerd chasing it. Into the Northville zone and back into the neutral zone. Picked up by Altsman. Knocked away by Olivia Andronopoulos. Centering pass. Portinga fighting for it. And a goal. For 11. So it's Ann Arbor 10, Northville 2. Out to take the face-off is Brainerd. Knocks it forward, picked up by Northville. Down into the far corner behind the Ann Arbor goal. Picked up by Zoe Andronopoulos, off the boards, fed forward. Picked up by Olivia Andronopoulos. And now picked up by and behind the goal by Northville. Coming down the boards. Centering pass by Campbell. Portinga loses an edge. Olivia Andronopoulos, it feeds it forward. Held in by Altsman. Squirts back in the neutral zone. Picked up by Zoe Andronopoulos. Knocked forward, brought in into the Ann Arbor zone by Northville. Picked up by Altsman. Altsman feeds it forward, but held in by Northville. A shot and a save, and now covered up by Portinga. 2:44 left in the second. Ann Arbor 10, Northville 2. Out to take the face-off appears to be Flynn. And a shot and a save by Portinga. Down the far boards, held in by Northville. Grabbed by Flynn. Here comes Flynn and a breakaway. One-on-one. And a shot just knocked away by the goalie. And a scrum out in front and a whistle. Running clock. 1:47 left in the second. Flynn to take the face-off. Back to Drebeck. McKay shoots, knocked away. Grabbed by Flynn again. Drebeck grabs it at the top of the key, and a shot, and scores at 1:22. We have a running clock. And back to Drebeck. Grabbed by McKay. McKay brings it down in the near circle. In the corner. Held in by Drebeck. Back around the boards. 37 seconds left in the second. Grabbed by Northville. Intercepted by Drebeck. Feeds it forward. Grabbed by Northville. Northville bounces it off. And now fed back by Flynn. Back into the Northville. 15 seconds left. Around behind the boards. Shoots the length of the goal. And we'll have icing. But we have a running clock. 3, 2, 1. And that's the end of the game. So, at the end of the second, Pioneer 11, Northville 2. By mercy rule, the game is over. Pioneer wins. Pioneer 11, Northville 2. Thank you for watching Pioneer Women's Ice Hockey. Pioneer now advances to 8-4-1. Have a good evening. Thank you very much. This is James Wiseman, my camera person, Mike Butler. Have a good day.
Thank you.